Hey guys, Ivan here at ivanmana.com. In this video, I want to share with you the best free website or landing page builder. Now, as you know, if you followed my videos, my favorite landing page builder is Unbounce. However, you have to pay for that. And if you're just starting out affiliate marketing, you want to test, you want to see what works, what doesn't, you might not be able to afford the $100 a month. You want to start with something for free where there's no commitment at all. And I went ahead and I did some research. Some of you guys have been asking me, I'm looking for a free approach. What's a free page builder? I did some research and I came across, in my opinion, the best website / landing page builder. I went through all of these builders just for you guys so I can test them out, and none of them were as intuitive, as easy to use, as, give you as much control as the one I'm about to show you today. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what it is. We're going to go over a rough overview. I'm going to show you how to build out a page, either a website or a landing page or both. Very easy to do. I'll show you some final touches like how to add your own kind of name to your domain, how to publish it, and it's very easy to use. It is free, okay? So before we get into it, guys, make sure to hit like and subscribe and hit the notification bell icon so you get notified when I release more helpful videos just like this. Without any further ado, let's get straight into it. What is that best free website builder? It is Wix, in my opinion. Again, I went through all of these guys and none of them were as intuitive and easy to use as Wix, okay? So if you click on my affiliate link at go.ivanmana.com/Wix, you should land on something that looks like this. It might look a little bit different depending on where you are and at what time you click on the link. But basically, you're just gonna sign in. Again, guys, it's 100% free. You don't even have to enter your credit card information at the start. So there's no commitment. There are no hidden charges. You're not gonna get charged unexpectedly because you actually forgot to cancel your free trial. You're permanently on a free trial unless you say otherwise. And even then, if you do want to upgrade and get other special features which you don't need, it's only 10 bucks a month, okay? So compare that with the 100 bucks a month I'm paying for Unbounce. So all you're gonna do here, guys, is you're just gonna click on somewhere at the top. There's gonna be an option that says sign in or create account. And then here, you will see something like this if you don't already have an account. So it's gonna ask you to just enter your password again, enter your email, and that is it. Very easy, very simple to do, guys. You click sign up, that's it. Okay, that is it. You will see something that looks like this when you first start. Basically, you want to go into my sites, okay? And we're just going to build out a site together here. We're not going to go into the super nitty-gritty detail. Let me know in the comments if you do want me to do that. In this video, I'm just going to show you the lay of the land. So as you can see here, I already created some sample sites. They look pretty good, actually. I was really surprised for a free landing page builder, which is why I'm making a video on this to share this with you guys. They look pretty damn good. So once you're here, let's do one thing first. As you can see here, this is going to be the name of our of our website once it's completed. It's going to say https/ and then Ivan Mana YouTube YT. That is the user. That is my username. So you guys are going to set your own username. Okay, so let's change that first, just so we do it here before we start, so that it's ready for publishing. And then it's going to say wixsite.com/ and then you're going to have the kind of subdirectory name of whatever you want to, like. Depending on maybe which product you're promoting, whether it's Diabetes Freedom or Diabetes Loophole, which is what they had before, or SteelBite Pro, right? Our favorite product. So what you're gonna do is in the top right here, you're gonna click on your email and then click on account settings. So you're gonna click there and then you're gonna change your username here. Okay, very simple. All you're gonna do is click this little icon, or if you just click here, that should work too. Enter your password so it verifies that it's you, and then change your name here. It's that easy. Originally, your name is gonna be set like by default. It's gonna be your name and then some numbers. At least that's what it was in my case. And you can just set it to whatever you want to. So if you're making like a, I don't know, like a Diabetes Freedom product or a, SteelBite Pro, maybe you want to say like teeth care, or maybe, health care. If you want to do like one, you want to make this under one umbrella, like yourhealth.wixsite.com, whatever you want to do. Okay, so enter it here. And once you do that, let's go back to my sites and let me quickly show you how to use this, how to navigate this. This is very simple, guys, very intuitive, okay? If you like Unbounce, this is going to be your next best favorite choice for something for free. So we're going to click on create new site, and some of the, you're just going to fill in these blanks. These are going to be some of the original questions. You can fill in these it's not going to make much of a difference. It's just they're going to kind of point you in the right direction as to what template you want to choose, but you can still pick any template of your choice. So again, it doesn't matter. We'll just say other. And then you have two options. You can let the Wix ADI, I'm not sure what that stands for. You can basically let Wix create a website for you based on the answers to your questions, or you can create your own website. I do suggest creating your own website here by choosing a template. I found this to be a little bit more confusing. You do answer the questions and it does make it a little bit more relevant to you. You can try it out, but the site is already fully completed for you and you kind of have to go through and figure out what is where. Whereas over here, you have a little bit more control over how you set it up initially, okay? So I prefer this option, but feel free to do this and experiment. You can do both at your own leisure. So we're gonna click on choose a template. We're gonna select something. All of these templates, don't worry too much. You can easily change them, okay? Which is one thing I love about Wix. Again, this is just so easy, so intuitive to change. Guys, I wouldn't be suggesting this if I wouldn't have done the research and gone through all these page builders and found the best one in my opinion. So let's suppose we wanna promote SteelBite Pro, okay? Our favorite product. We've been doing that for a while in many of our videos. It's a popular ClickBank product. Let's imagine we wanna promote SteelBite Pro, which is like a tooth, it's like a tooth care solution. So you can pick any of these. Let's look at this one. You can click on view if you want. And if you just don't do anything, it's gonna scroll down the page for you. And if you click on view full demo, it's just gonna show you what this is gonna look like. So over here, you can just scroll down, you can look at it. So here you have the menu, right? So this is awesome. This is like a full-fledged website ready, like all ready for you, right? And then they have this chat widget, which is pretty cool too. So widget automatically has like this little chat thing if you want to add that on your page. Usually you'd have to add like a third-party code to it. But anyway, let's suppose this is good. We're gonna click edit. We're gonna wait for it to load really quickly. And then we're just gonna make some changes. I'm gonna show you guys the rough lay of the land. Again, if you want me to make a more in-depth video, like I have, videos how to create a landing page from scratch in Unbounce, in ClickFunnels, in Lead Pages, in Thrive Themes, all of these options, check out, the description below. And let me know in the comments if you want me to make videos like that. But in this video, I just want to show you like the rough lay of the land. So this is going to be your editor, okay? Your first question might be, how do I add or remove elements or blocks or things like that? To remove, it's very simple. You click on something and you click delete, okay? Very simple. You want to undo it, Control Z, or if you're on a Mac, it's the Mac symbol, the Mac symbol Z. So that's how you delete. I wasn't able to find like a delete option anywhere here, but you just click, backspace delete. So that's pretty simple. And then if you want to add elements, you click on add over here. Now this is a little bit intimidating, compared to some builders. They kind of show you what it is and they don't have as many options, but just look through them. We're not going to go through all of them, obviously in this video, but if you want to add text, let's look through some of the most common options. This is text, this is image, this is a button, gallery, in some cases, if you'd want to use that. You would want to use contact and forms for like the button and a submit form, email submit form. We're going to use this. I'll show you guys like a rough idea, rough outline of how to set this up. And that's pretty much it. That's really all you need. So if you select text, for example, you select any one of these, right? I don't know, let's say we want to add a headline. You say add heading, you click that and then boom. Okay, so it's been added here. You're going to go in and rearrange it. And I will show you how to play around with it. Now there's way too much space here in between the letters. Okay, so I will show you how to fix that. So we can probably fix this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and just delete this one because we can use this as our title because it's already there. And we could just change stuff around. Now, if you wanna move sections up or down, there are two ways to go about doing it. One is you can drag this option here. See this one in the middle? There's a little circle. So if you drag that down, that is gonna cover the section beneath it. So as you can see here, as you drag it here, right? This section now disappears if I drag this down, see how it disappears? Okay, so most of the time you probably won't want to use that. What you would want to use probably most of the time is this drag feature. So now if you drag this, now it's going to drag everything. It's not going to cover that. Okay, so again, see the difference? If I drag this on top, it's going to remove that part, right? And then normally if you keep going, it's just going to remove everything. You don't want that. So what you would normally want to do is drag, use this drag feature, okay? Now there was some space in between. Let me show you another example. If you stretch this, for example, this one doesn't have any space, you see? So that one stretches like that. And then if you move this down, it's gonna cover the guy's head. Or in this case, because this layer is behind this one, it's gonna hide the top picture instead, right? So you probably aren't gonna wanna do that. So, some of these features that I'm just telling you are some of the most common features that I use to create landing pages. Guys, I've built hundreds, if not thousands of landing pages. So these are the features that I need to know, pronto, ASAP, as soon as I get started. So let's scroll up and let's change this, right? Let's say we're doing SteelBite Pro. Now, Also, one of the questions you might be having, oops, see, I made that mistake. I don't want to do that. I don't want to move it up. I want to drag it. Okay, so I had to select this element, and then you can go ahead and just drag that. Okay, so you don't want to touch that. You want to drag it. Okay, like we are here, maybe like this. Okay, so the other thing is, if you want to navigate to any specific page section, like for example, this is the home page. If you want to go to the services page and change it here, you can do it here. So this is like a drag and drop website builder, just like WordPress, but easier to use than WordPress, okay? And that's what you do here. You go in here and you make the changes. Now, we're not gonna make the changes for every single part of the site. Again, I'm not trying to make this video 10 hours long. What we're gonna do is just, we're just gonna make some changes on the home page. I'm gonna show you again, some of the things here, and then you can apply everywhere else, okay? So let's suppose we're gonna keep it here for now, okay? But that's how you navigate to each page and kind of make the changes there. And then if you want to, for example, you click on Manage Menu, and then if you want to hide certain elements, like say I don't want the motivational reading, I'm gonna click this, I'm gonna click Manage Menu, and I'm gonna select motivational reading. I'm gonna click that, and I'm gonna click Hide, okay? And now that part's hidden, and then it just kind of scrolls you down to that page. So let's go back to the home page, but now that part is hidden, okay? You can also, if you go over here, if you go to Menus and Pages, you have all these options here, okay? Now, if you are creating a landing page, so this is how you do a website, right? You just follow the steps here. If you want to create a landing page, guys, you generally don't want to have these bars at the top, these navigation bars, because they are distracting to people. So for me, for example, for my website, ivanmana.com, if you go to my site, you will see I do have a navigation menu at the top. But when I'm sending traffic, when I'm sending paid traffic to my site, I create a separate landing page which does not have that bar at the top, so it's not distracting, because I want people to enter their email only. I don't want them to go in and click on all these buttons at the top. That is distracting. It's a common strategy, guys, in online marketing. If you're doing stuff like this, if you're trying to collect leads, you generally don't want to take people to somewhere which has like all these options at the top. So if you do want to hide this part, you can't delete it. You cannot delete the header, but what you can do is if you go to Menus and Pages, you can select Home, right? So which page do you want to remove the menu on? You're going to select Home, you're going to click on the three dots, you're going to click on Settings, and then under Layouts, you can select No Header and Footer. And then if you want to play around with all these different other options, you can, right? Again, there's a lot of options here. Surprisingly, for a free landing page builder, again, with all my experience with all the other builders, this has a lot of options, a lot of customization. You're just gonna click on No Header and Footer, and now this is completely gone, okay? On the home page only. So if you go to any other page, on the services page, the menu is still there. So what you can do is you can create a separate landing page where you just collect emails. So you can keep it as part of this. So all you're gonna do is if you click on Menus and Pages, you go into Site Menu, you click on Add Page, and then name it like Landing Page. You can name it that. Nobody's gonna see it if you hide it. And then that's gonna be your landing page, which will not contain your menu, okay? So you can do something like that. For the purpose of this video, we're just gonna do it on the home page just to save time, but that's what you would do, just create a different like landing page, okay? So over here, for example, let's suppose we wanna delete that. And if you guys have been seeing my videos on how to create landing pages with all these other page builders, you know that I like to enter like the big headline at the top. I like to say just below it, I like to say enter your name and email and we'll send something to, and then I like to have the form, okay? So let's do all that assuming you wanna create the landing page for your website to collect leads. So I'm gonna select all that, and let's suppose, this is a SteelBite Pro product. Let's suppose we're saying free video, and you know what? I don't like the font. I don't like the fact that they're all caps. So what I'm gonna do right off the bat is select this, and I believe the SteelBite Pro product has Poppins. So I'm gonna type in Poppins, and it's right here. So surprisingly, this has a lot of fonts. If you're not finding the font you want, click on Upload Fonts, and then what you'll be able to do is simply upload a font from, say, dafont.com. It accepts all these files. So when you download a font from like dafont.com or whichever other font website you're using, you can just upload it here and it's gonna become available, okay? So again, really cool, lots of customization options, but I'm gonna type in Poppins semi-bold, and we're just gonna leave it at that. Maybe we're gonna reduce it a little bit so we can actually see what we're typing, and now I can go in and type. So let's say free video reveals, right? That's usually how we start our landing pages. Free video reveals, neat little 60-second. Yeah, as you can see, I've done this so much now, guys, in my own campaigns and with you guys that I remember like the entire headline by heart. Free video reveals neat little 60-second trick that, let's say gets rid of tooth decay, or let's keep it something maybe a little that gets rid of let's say that, let's just say that whitens your teeth, for example. That is one of the things SteelBite Pro does that it says they do. They help whiten your teeth. Now, you might notice there's a little too much space here. So if you want to remove that, all you're going to do is select everything. You're going to scroll down, go to character and line spacing, and adjust the line spacing right there. So you're going to make it a bit smaller. There is a limit, like 0.5 is the minimum it's going to go to, but that should be enough. Like, that looks pretty good. And then you can also adjust other things here as well. So, sorry, if you click that again, you can adjust character spacing. In this case, this looks fine, so we don't have to do that. So we can leave it at 0. But over here also, by the way, make sure you say customize, okay, if you want to change that up. So that's pretty much it for this part. Now, what you can also do is adjust this by dragging it, maybe something like this, if you want to do that. Now I'm thinking maybe, yeah. Now if you still see that there's a little too much space there, what you can do is adjust the heading. So for example, make it heading 6. And now you can go in and make pop-ins, and the line height by default is going to be a bit smaller here. So you can increase the font size now, but the line height is also going to be a bit smaller. So as you can see, by default, the line height there is a bit smaller because we selected paragraph, okay? So a lot of options, and then just make sure you select customize, and then you can make it even smaller, okay? So if you find that the line height isn't to your satisfaction, just scroll up and make sure that over here under heading, you select the right option, because there's all these options. The heading 1 is going to be like the largest, so it's going to have the most amount of space in between. Sorry, heading. Yeah, for some reason it looks like heading 3 is actually the biggest. It's a pixel, you know, it's 110 pixels, but generally heading 1, if you're using WordPress, heading 1 generally is the biggest one. So yeah, play around with them, guys, but that's the idea. So that looks good, you know, I'm happy with that. Let's change the background really quickly. So I'm gonna click anywhere here, and I'm gonna click change strip background, and I don't wanna add an image. You can, so you can click on add image. They have some really cool options here. You click on image, you can use a media from Wix, which is free. You can use Unsplash, which is free, or you can use Shutterstock, which is paid. You do have to pay for Shutterstock, but they do have an integration which makes it nice and smooth. And the images are actually much cheaper here. So Shutterstock normally costs, it's like I pay $50 for 5 images or so. I'm pretty sure that's how much I paid last time. And then over here, you can only pay $3 per image. So this is actually pretty cheap, okay? But we're not gonna add any image. Instead, we're just gonna make it a white background because the official SteelBite Pro page has pretty much a white background. So I'm just gonna click white over there and close out of that and close out of that, and that is it, okay? So really easy to see. And then over here, I'm gonna double click this, and I'll just say, enter your name and email below, and I'll send you the free video, okay? So we love free stuff. Now we can delete this button, but I'm gonna select this and then I'm gonna shift click this and drag it down. So again, guys, this is honestly like, this is pretty much a free version of Unbounce, okay? Like this is crazy. I was actually blown away at how many free customization options they give you guys here. So there's that, and sorry, not that. See, again, I keep forgetting. You wanna drag this down if you wanna give more space. Don't worry about that line. That line is gonna disappear when you let go. Look, I'm gonna let go, line disappears, okay? Now we wanna add a form, so I'm gonna click on add and contact and forms, and I'm gonna select subscribe. You know, they have all these different forms. You can edit them and customize them a bit. So I'm gonna click subscribe, and I'm gonna select, you know, any one of these forms. Let's say this one. I like this one, and we're gonna drag it down here. Give it a second to load. It's gonna load, and then I'll show you how to use it. Okay, there you go. Now, we want to change a few things around here. So one is maybe the green doesn't fit, or maybe you want to change what it says inside. Okay, we can easily do that. Let's maybe drag it here. And then we want to delete that, subscribe to our newsletter, because we're already writing something here. First thing and actually let's delete this. Now this, thanks for submitting, will only show up as a confirmation message if you choose it, if you choose the, like, when someone clicks the button, if you choose it to show the message as opposed to going to a URL, okay? So that, don't worry about that, you don't have to delete it. But what we will do is we're gonna drag this up, and then I'm gonna click this, shift click it, and I'm gonna drag all these up, okay? And very simple, sure, we can move the submit message up top, and let's just close it like that. Okay, so already this looks a little bit better. Now, if you wanna customize, change the color, very simple. You click on form settings, and then over here, sorry, not there. Let's click on layouts design. Okay, so you want to click on design. You want to click on customize design, and then this is where you can change all this stuff around. So form background, if you click on fill color and opacity, you can change the color there of this thing. Now there's not really much of a background. You can leave it to, you know, fully opaque, but that's not really going to matter. Input fields. So this is where this stuff matters. So Input fields are these fields right here, okay? So this is the background color here, just that background, okay, not the overlay. This is the border color. That's the color of that thing. So if you want to change that, you select a color. Like if you want it to be maybe grayish, maybe something like that, you can do this. Now, don't forget, guys, to click here and click hover, okay? Because on hover, it looks really bad. When you hover over it, it's gonna kind of be this whole green. So make sure to hit hover because that just looks horrible. And then over here is where you want to change the fill color opacity. You want to maybe make it white. And then for the border, you want to do the same thing. You want to add like a gray border so it basically doesn't change, okay? And so now when someone hovers over it or regular, it's gonna look the same, okay? Yeah, and then if you double click, so yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it for these options. If you double click, you can change what it says here. So instead of, you know, you can leave it at full name or you can say enter your name here, ... You can make this field required if you want to actually collect the name. You can set a character limit if you want to. And then you can change the font as well. So if you select, you know, any one of these, and then you click on, again, you click on design, you click on customize design, and then if you go to text, you should be able to select the text right here. So the font right now is Helvetica. If you change it up to, again, let's say maybe Poppins semi-bold. Okay, sorry, this is the input text. So this is when actually someone inputs the text. I believe this is the actual text that is written right there. Okay, so the top one is the input. So when someone actually writes what do you want the font to be. Yeah, Poppins doesn't really fit here. Maybe Proxima Sans, yeah, maybe that's okay. And then if you want to increase the size of that a bit, okay, so maybe something like that. And then over here, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna just double click it. We're gonna say, enter your email here, ... Oops. Enter your email here, ... And then again, you're gonna go down the list. Yeah, that looks good. We can just do the design now, and then click customize design. Then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna scroll down, and for the font, it was Proxima Nova, I believe. And then I don't remember the size. I think we did like 20, like 21 or something. Okay, close enough. Okay, let's just leave it like that. Like that. If you want to change the button, you're gonna double click the button. Very simple. You can change the settings here. So link to external URL. So this is where you're gonna enter your ClickBank affiliate link, or you know, in my case, let's say we want to take people to my website, imanmana.com, because I don't have the Steel by Pro affiliate link right in front of me, but this is where you'd put it. Okay, so super simple. And let's close out of that. If we go to design, this is where you're going to actually be able to design everything else. So for example, for the text, you want it to say, or you don't want it to say like submit, you want it to say something else. This is where you change the color. So if you want the color, I believe their color is actually like greenish. The Steel by Pro color, like their theme color is like greenish. So you can use, you know, you can use this green here. And then again, don't forget hover effect. Yeah, that looks fine for hover effect. So we can leave it at that. For text, let me see. Yeah, so this is the text. Let's change this to maybe also Proxima Nova. Let's change that. And then let's increase it a little bit. Maybe something like that. Now this is italic. We don't want that. So I'm going to deselect it. And yeah, okay. So now we have to actually write the text, right? So let's see where that is. So if you double click it again, you just type in right here. Let me see. Let's say send me the free video now. Okay, so something like that. We'll close, and then there you go. Okay, so oh, and by the way, probably want to make that white, not black, because you can't see that. So we're gonna click design. We're gonna click customize design. Let's click text, and then here's the text color. We're gonna make it white. Okay, there you go. That's easier to see. And guys, like this is it. Okay, like this is how you do this, and then you can drag the whole form right here, and then you already made it go to the URL. Okay, so this is where you would enter your affiliate link, and let's drag this up. We don't need that much space, so we're gonna drag it all up, and then you're just gonna keep going. Okay, now if you want to add a new section, what you're gonna do is click on menus and no, sorry, not wrong. You're gonna click on add. You're gonna go to, they call it a strip. Okay, so you're gonna go to strip. You can enter any one of these like existing strips, like this one has, you know, 2 columns by default, or you can, if you just go to classic, you can enter a blank strip. So you just click on that, and it's going to be added here, okay? And then if you want to drag it somewhere else, you're going to click on that, see where it says strip, you're going to click that and just drag it somewhere else. So if we want to drag it up top, I'm going to scroll up, and maybe if we want to add it over here, for example, I'm going to drag it there. And you might have to play around with it a little bit. So we might have to select this one, and then for this one, we do want to drag it down. So we're going to drag it down there. Okay, and then you see there's like a little bit extra space, so now we're gonna just go ahead and drag this. So it might take a little bit of work on your end, but once you get the hang of it, you know, it's gonna be pretty simple to do. And then over here, you know, there's a little overlap. So what you wanna do is just select this and maybe stretch it down a little bit like that. And now you should see everything. And if it still doesn't work, then you can do like that. And that's pretty much it. Now over here, for example, if we wanna make it smaller, something like this, and then for example, let's say we want to color this background now with this green, or yeah, we use the green from here. We're going to click change strip background, go to color, and we can use the same green or maybe a darker green like that. And then what we can do here, for example, is let's add some text. So we're going to add, yeah, heading 3 looks to be the biggest, even though generally it's heading 1 that's the biggest. But we're going to add it here, and we can say, for example, about SteelBite Pro. And again, I'm not liking the font. We're going to select everything here, and we'll say it was Poppins. The default font for the actual SteelBite Pro page is Poppins. So we can do that. We can increase it a little bit, and that should be good to go, I think. We're going to drag it like that. We're going to select it and just make it white. So we're going to select this color, make it white. There you go. Okay, and then just below it, you can actually write about SteelBite Pro. So guys, play around with it. This is basically the idea, okay? And then, yeah, over here, you can write about it. Don't forget to make it mobile responsive. You would switch to mobile and kind of do the same changes here. And then just do the exact same things that we've been doing for the rest of the page, okay? So just play around, keep adding elements. If you want to delete certain sections, like say you don't want this section, you click on zoom out and reorder, and this is what it's gonna look like. So what you wanna do is, for example, select this option here, click that, and then delete section, okay? And it's just gonna delete the section. If you want to delete anything else, there might be some blank spaces. You might have to play around with it. Delete that, for example, delete that. You know, my services, delete that. And then you can just add it fresh as you go, okay? So you're going to exit Zoom, but that's how you delete. And let's preview. Let's see what this is going to look like before we publish. And this is what our page is going to look like. So we would probably have to remove this by moving the section up. We'll do that. Now, the only downside is that it's going to say here, you know, this website was made with Wix. But if you're just starting out, guys, it's not going to make that much of a difference. It's just like a little marketing for Wix because they're giving you this free stuff, okay? So that's kind of the trade-off. You're not going to get like a completely free, unbounced landing page builder, right? So over here, let's see, we have this section here. So let's click on that, or maybe this one, and we're going to drag this up. Oops. Let's click that. It's not letting us do that because of, so let's see if we can move that up like that to cover that. And that should be okay. Yeah, that's just like the page section. So let's see if we can drag that to the About Us. And that should look better. So let's preview that now. Yeah, so it doesn't have that, okay? And that's the idea. That's what you would do. Maybe you want to move that up a little bit. But again, if you want to remove this stuff, it's just like 10 bucks a month. So it's definitely nothing compared to Unbalanced, but I don't even think you need it. If you're brand new, guys, you know, this is how you test it. This is how you try it out and see if this is right for you or not. Now, once you're done, before you hit publish, click on save over here. And this is where you can enter your name over here, right? So that's my username, wixsite.com/ and then you can click edit. And then over here, you can say SteelBite Pro. I think I already named it SteelBite Pro. Yeah, that one's taken. So I'll just say SteelBite Pro now, and I'll click that, and then I'll click done. And now we can publish. And let's take a look what our official site's gonna look like, okay? So boom, our site is done. Let's view site. Boom, this is our website. It is secure, okay? And that's what it looks like. And if someone enters in their details, or let's see if they click this, it doesn't work because they have to enter their details. And if they enter something in here, they click send, and you should be taken to my website because that's what we entered, right? Boom, my website. And a free guide for you guys, for beginners, if you want the process. But that is it. I'm trying to think what else there is. Yeah, I mean, that's it. This is the site, right? So I'm gonna Control-C, or I'll just do it the manual way. I'll copy it. And if you wanna paste it here, let's paste it and click enter. This is the website, okay? So your site is ready and good to go. Again, if you want an actual website, you don't want a landing page, you do the exact same thing that we did here. So you just, you know, you navigate to all these pages, services, whatnot. And then if you want to actually add the homepage, guys, it's really simple. You go to my homepage, or actually you go over here under menu and pages, click over here, you click on settings, and then you say layout, you say standard, okay? And now this will show your header at the top, okay? And that is it, guys. That's what I wanted to show you. In my opinion, this is the best free landing page builder. Again, I tried out a lot of them, guys. I tried out all of these, and This was, in my opinion, the far better one, much more intuitive and easy to use, perfect if you're just starting out. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out my case study on how we successfully promoted a ClickBank product, SteelBite Pro, on Microsoft Ads. I show you everything from start to finish. We even do the optimization live, and we see the results of that optimization that we do live, and see my video on the quickest way to make money online with ClickBank. That being said, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.